It finally got them hips. They finally locked them hips up, y'all. But the sad part is Akira went too. And now both parents are behind bars.
Who's gonna watch the baby? Me?
You guys, I am so happy. He found Akira not guilty, but I think Tim is found guilty.
So Tim and Akira have been arrested.
Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving deep into the ongoing saga involving me, Tim, Akira, and Devon. Now, let me break this down clearly, because there is a lot to unpack. Akira and Tim are not just rumored to be in trouble, they have official mugshots to prove it. Yes, they have both been arrested, and things are getting messier by the day. For those who might not know, these four started out as friends with dreams of making it big on social media. They collaborated on videos, shared their lives online, and gained quite a bit of attention. Nee was easily the most popular of the group, the one with the biggest following and the most influence. Tim and Nee even dated back in their teenage years, but eventually broke up because Tim allegedly lost interest. Still, they kept hanging out with the group, which included Devon, who was once married to Nee, and Akira, who was Tim's partner. Now here is where things get complicated. Rumors started swirling that Tim and Nee were secretly involved again. Both Akira and Devon suspected something, but never had solid proof. However, looking back at old videos where all four were together, the body language and interactions spoke volumes. Some viewers felt it crossed boundaries, especially in relationships where you are taught never to let another woman get too cozy with your man. And in this case, many believed lines were definitely blurred. Things escalated when Akira decided to take legal action, suing Nee for alienation of affection. That is a law in North Carolina allowing someone to sue the other woman if they believe she ruined their marriage. Meanwhile, Nee and Devon's marriage ended in divorce, and arrests followed soon after.
I'm 25 years young. I am a wife and a mother of two. Being in 5th grade, I had a teacher that helped me find out what my learning disability was and how to conquer those adversities that I came to.
I want to work with children with disabilities. I want to work with children hearing impaired. I want to work with all types of children that's in that arena.
She really helped me conquer the fear of not being able to be like everybody else or succeed like everybody else. But
I don't never want to compare my situation to nobody else.
She helped me understand that my disability was really an ability. So that was very exciting to me and very impressionable because it actually helped me carry that all the way through life. I'm still remember that conversation. I still use it to this day. I am excited to apply what she gave me to my teaching experience because I want to let my students know that I am there for you.
I'm going to school to be a teacher.
Now, just a little context if you are not fully caught up in the Nee and Tim drama. When Nee first introduced Devon as her husband, she faced a lot of criticism. Many people claimed he does not even like her. He is not interested. He does not love her. Fast forward to now, and the conversation has flipped. Suddenly, people are saying, "Oh, he really cared for you. You will not find another guy willing to pay the bills." And here's the thing, Tim is not paying any bills. Nee is. Initially, Devon's lack of visible interest fueled much of the skepticism about their relationship. Nee first gained attention online thanks to her nail vlogs, those videos where she showcased her long, curved nails. Viewers were fascinated, often joking about how she would even manage everyday tasks like showering or cleaning. That's what put her on the map, and early on, she had a likable persona that drew people in. But public perception shifted when fans saw the complications involving her interactions with other people's partners, particularly the alleged affair, and her popularity started taking a hit. It is also worth noting that Nee seems to get blamed far more than Tim, which is unfair. Responsibility should be shared equally. Nee is facing legal action for allegedly being involved with someone else's husband, and while the story is messy, it's important to keep perspective. Now, let's break down the timeline a bit. This involves a couple named Carol and Tim, who viewers may have noticed on Nee's page from the end of 2023 through early 2024. During this time, Nee was frequently seen hanging out with a couple, participating in double dates, and even spending time with their children, possibly babysitting. The drama escalates after Nee announces her divorce from Devin. Suddenly, she is seen getting close to Tim, going out, spending time together, and appearing friendly, something that did not sit well with Akira, who reportedly said, "Girl, you are all over my space. We hang out. I trusted you with my family, and now you are with Tim?" The situation becomes even more tangled when you consider family ties. Tim is actually Devin's first cousin, and to complicate matters further, Brenay, Nee's former in-law, had a past relationship with Tim before marrying Devin. The web of relationships is complicated, and it is no surprise that emotions ran high to top it off. Akira filed a lawsuit on May 28, 2024. I am not going to go through the entire filing here, but if you want to read the details, you can search for Akira Monto, or however her last name is spelled, and the case will come up.
And Akira have both been arrested today. So we already knew they had their sentencing scheduled for today, and it was for the contempt of court charges that the judge had already found them in contempt. Today was just the day to find out their punishment. Now you can see here, this is Tim's mugshot, his name, his information. You can see Akira's mugshot, her name and info, but they have the wrong age on here. Now the reason I waited to post was because the website was kind of confusing. They have different indexes on here for Akira's contempt of courts. You can see one of them says not guilty. However, there's another one that does not say anything. So because of this, I wanted to make sure that I was understanding it right. So I did reach out to an attorney so that they could look at it and they could tell me what they thought. And from what they said is, it looks like she possibly had two different things that he was looking at her for contempt of court charges for. One of them was not guilty. However, the other one was guilty. Now, it does not say how long they have to sit in jail. We don't know if it's going to be just one day or it could be up to 30 days. However, what I do know is it is a Friday. These are both parents to the same children. That means their kids are without their parents at this time.
Honestly, I do not like Nee, but the real issue here seems to be Tim. He is the common thread in all of this chaos. Sure, Nee made questionable choices, and morally, what she did was wrong, but Tim is the one who ultimately broke up his marriage. I will say it over and over. If it had not been Nee, it would have been someone else. And the situation makes that even clearer when you hear claims that he allegedly slept with her twin sister while Akira was pregnant. It is not just about Nee. Tim's pattern of behavior keeps creating the mess, no matter who is involved.
The court documents are in. So Tim did admit to sleeping with Karen, Brenay's sister, while Akira was pregnant. So you telling me this man slept with your twin sister while his wife was pregnant? Now you're dating him. So that's why she got so much hate towards Kareem, whatever. She got so much hate towards her twin because she know that her man had her before. And then mind you, they used to date when they was 15 years old. So she dated him first. Then he sat there and slept with Kareem, knowing probably she still had feelings for him.
In this clip I am about to show you, it is honestly shocking that Akira would let them get away with playing right in front of her. They were clearly flirting and acting like a couple, all while she was literally in the room watching. That is wild. I do not care if you are just taking notes, or whatever excuse. This behavior is unacceptable. One viewer even said, "No woman would ever allow another female to be that close to her man," and I completely agree. It is just unbelievable how brazen they were, sitting there pretending to be a couple right in front of her. And really, Nee has a history of this. She was already showing interest in Tim when they were all together, so why would she suddenly change her behavior now? I have to be honest, I do not tolerate that kind of energy. I am not against couple time or vacations. It is one thing to share special moments, but having someone in your home multiple times a week, acting like they belong? That is completely different and honestly, overstepping every boundary.
Apache.
That's what we're cooking. Okay, so here's the ingredients. Shrimp.
Y'all,
Okay, the onions.
you got the zucchini.
Okay, zucchini. We gotta be extra.
The broccoli.
Broccoli. And chicken. Okay, still washed. Okay, here's the rice. We're using jasmine rice.
About half of that.
Okay, this is what we got. He already poured that in there. Let's get them pork. All this rice in here, though. All this rice. Where we gonna eat that? Ooh. Okay, hurry up, hurry up.
How can they justify sending her to jail when she is the one fully responsible, both financially and physically, for her children? It feels completely outrageous. Whether single or co-parenting, parents do get locked up from time to time, and when that happens, custody usually shifts to another family member or guardian. It is not personal. The system simply does not prioritize your individual situation. Thankfully, it seems like her children are in good hands with extended family around, which is a small relief. From the way it looks, the judge seems intent on setting an example, especially with Akira involved. Personally, all of this seems way too heavy-handed. If it were me, I would have pushed for a clean, quick divorce, focusing solely on the children and moving on without unnecessary drama. But Akira appears focused on the money. While financial compensation might matter to some, there is no price that could justify sacrificing peace of mind. Sometimes, protecting your own mental and emotional stability is far more valuable than any payout.
Tim are going to jail. There is a hearing set for next Friday, September the 26th, that says sentencing hearing, and it's for contempt. So for all the speculation of, us really thinking, that's what I kept saying. I'm going to wait to see what else will be thrown on that court document. You guys, they have a sentencing hearing. I believe this is what he put out there. He made a ruling because y'all have to remember, I'm going to have to talk about this on live. Oh my goodness, y'all. Remember last Friday was a ruling, and this is what he ruled. He ruled for temporary commitment. I kept saying, y'all, this was bigger than mental evaluation. This could be mental evaluation, jail, or both. I believe it has been both. I believe he wanted them to have a mental evaluation, but guess what? He locking their ass up.
There's a man out here claiming he slept with Timmy, often called BBL Timmy. Now, he can be a little flamboyant, but honestly, it does not seem like he is that way. Some black artists are questioning the claim, saying, if it is not true, why has Timmy never addressed it directly? Why does he respond to everything else, but not this? On top of that, someone else mentioned seeing him at an AB clinic last year, around 2023. Timmy tried to deny it, insisting he had never even been to such a clinic, but I think the bigger issue lies with Timmy himself. Even with me posting excessively about his kids and sharing too much online, he should have drawn boundaries, said, chill, I am done with this, or stepped back entirely. At the end of the day, Timmy carries a lot of responsibility here. Just because a woman shows interest does not mean you are obligated to reciprocate, especially when he was married and his wife was pregnant. Letting someone influence you to cheat during such a sensitive time, right before a baby arrives, is one of the lowest moves possible. It creates unnecessary stress and pressure on the mother, especially during postpartum, and undermines the commitment to your family, even when you claim to love your children.
Y'all remember the video where y'all had Tim 38 hot because some girl claimed that she saw Tim at the clinic with another girl during the time that him and Brenay went very public with their relationship last year? Let me refresh y'all memory.
Somebody apparently has video evidence of me. I've never seen or been to an abortion clinic a day in my life. Who getting an abortion? Let's be for real.
People who are trying to hide babies from their significant others is one reason why some people haven't gone on to him. Tell us your side of the story.
I ain't even with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, be for real, bro. Bro, y'all weirdos, bro. Y'all people be so weird, bro.
Let me tell you what's weird. Weird is that this man made a post saying that Brenay and Kareem were the only person who had a piece of Tim. Yet, Tim felt the need to address a post about a clinic, but didn't address this man. I find it really weird that he addressed this video, but he didn't address that man's post. Because, baby, if you ain't JY, I don't know no other man who would allow another man to make a post saying that he had him.
Bro, I got 2 kids, bro. That's Goody and Bebe. And I love them more than anything in this world, bro. I ain't never got nobody else pregnant. But y'all that's talking got 4.
I really cannot understand how Nee or Tim think each other is worth all this chaos. Honestly, I guess that explains why I am single. Anyone messing with my peace of mind would be instantly out. If I were in their shoes, I do not think I could even sleep at night. The tension is insane, especially with Brenay in the mix. You know how some situations can turn into a fatal attraction scenario. What if Akira goes overboard? Or what if Nee pushes things too far? Honestly, I could actually see Brenay snapping one day, and if Nee truly believes she can have a happy marriage with Tim, or any kind of long-term relationship, she is completely mistaken. This union seems doomed from the start. God does not bless a foundation built on this much drama. Another thing I want to mention is Devin. A lot of people dislike Nee, but now that Devin has moved on, he actually looks great. Way better than before. Yet somehow people are treating him like some ultra-celebrity heartthrob, acting as if they would do anything to be with him. Let's be real, he is a nice-looking guy, but he is not some fantasy figure. The desperate gestures of offering to fly him out, pay all his bills, or throw themselves at him, it is all over the top and honestly sad. Most of it feels like people just want to spite Nee, not actually because of him.
He found Akira not guilty, but I think Tim is found guilty because he don't have not guilty by his name. Thank you, Jesus, because why in the world did she even have that charge to begin with? Like, oh my gosh. However, I don't know if he's going to jail, if they're going to give him a fine. I really thought he was going to lock them up, y'all. I really did. But he did find her not guilty. I'm going to go live and I'm going to talk about it. But it has been an update. I did see order for criminal contempt for Tim. Looked like he is stuck. Order for criminal contempt for Akira.
I really hope this situation does not negatively impact Akira's current job or her future career opportunities. Ideally, it would not affect her present position, but given the circumstances, she will likely have to disclose it to her employer. Considering she works in healthcare, this kind of public drama definitely does not reflect well. Honestly, this is why I think it might have been better to just let things go. Any legal issues like this go on your record, and judges can see them unless she manages to get their record expunged, a process that can take anywhere from a year to 3 years. Both Akira and Tim were held in contempt of court because of a heated exchange in the courtroom. Tim openly revealed a bag of worms about Akira, and she lashed out in response. Back and forth confrontation. The judge, frustrated with the spectacle, ultimately found them both in contempt. For a long time, Brenay and Tim have worked hard to paint Akira as the villain, portraying her as a monster, and this courtroom drama only amplified that narrative.
Case against Brenay, y'all. Well, one of them. So we already know they got a million things going on at the same time. However, today they had a hearing scheduled and it was for the post-separation support. Now, he went ahead and had paperwork filed saying that he wanted to voluntarily dismiss this, and he did it without prejudice. And what that means is that he can come back and file this at any time if he needs to. Post-separation support is basically just temporary support. Most of the time, this is granted while you're going through the separation phase, waiting for your divorce. This is money to help cover your expenses and things of that nature.
But he'll come maybe late, but I give him time. Just be patient with one another. You don't live in the same house. Don't kill each other, okay?
You go out for a walk or something?
Yeah, pretty much, because men can lose their temper. And so can women. And yeah, I just want to throw that in there. So can women. But can I see my phone now?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's your worst fear? I go first. My worst fear is losing my husband. What about yours?
I was gonna say drowning.
Akira and Tim has indeed went to jail. I think everybody all along has been missing the bigger picture. There have been things that I have been seeing about this judge that I absolutely have not liked, do not like, and I feel like he is making an example out of them. Did you all know that he's running for election? This is something that will look good for him.
I guess she overheard me talking about it to him. And she asked me, like, why can't you express that to me? But I already knew I wasn't gonna be heard if I was to bring that to her. So I'm like, I ain't even gonna waste my breath. And should I have did that? No. But when I'm not being heard, I'm not about to keep forcing myself to be heard. And then a couple days after that, she want to hit me with she want to separate, but not to separate to divorce, but separate to better our relationship. And I'm like, we can just do that now. We haven't even tried counseling. But she feels like separation is the best way to go. And then Martin Luther King weekend comes up. And the crazy thing about that is, she ain't robbing me down there. She wanted to go down to my cousin in them house again. She ain't robbing me. She had my cousin come pick her up. And in that moment, I knew what was going on. I realized I was trying to get played with. So, I drive down there Friday night after I got off work. I get down there, try and give her a hug and kiss. She didn't want me to touch her. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, can we at least go outside and try and talk? No. And then later on that night, she wanted to hit me with her. She wanted a divorce. I'm like, bro, y'all get like, at that moment, I realized like I'm getting played with. So I came up with a little joke and I was like, our proposal was fake. I made it seem real only because your mama came downstairs. And that broke her, I guess. That hurt her feelings to her core. But like, in that moment, I didn't care. Because I already knew I was getting played with. But should I have made that little joke? No, but it is what it is. So the Saturday of that Martin Luther King weekend, we all go to this little park. And Tim and his wife is over there having a conversation. And me and Brenay having a conversation. And I ask her, I'm like, do y'all got something going on? And she asked me, how would you feel, hypothetically, how would you feel if me and Tim were to rekindle? And in that moment, I already knew. I'm like, because the night before, they was already talking about getting back together. So in that moment, I'm like, oh, I'll be happy for y'all. Not really meaning it, but it's like, I'm not about to sit there and force myself to try and fight for a relationship where you want to be with somebody else. To take it a step further, I started playing along with their game. She want to hit me with we get back home after Martin Luther King weekend, she hit me with she want to start bringing guys over. I'm like, nah, if you gonna be with him, you can bring him over. They do that. They sleep in the bed together, whatnot. She made it seem like she was gonna sleep with me, but nah, she slept with him. And in them moments, I'm like, yeah, all right, I kind of got my feelings a little bit, but I'm like, I took my L. Cried about it, yeah, I did. I ain't gonna lie, it hurt to see it. But at that point, I just had to see it for myself to see if it was really real. And it was.
I am still honestly baffled at how Devin just let Nee and Tim sit there and flaunt their behavior right in front of him. I genuinely feel for Devin because you can tell he truly loved both Nee and Akira. But anyway, I want to hear what you all think, so drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure your notification bell is turned on so you never miss an update. I appreciate all of you who support me, and I will catch you in the next video. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this longer, detailed breakdown.